Exactly right, Mark. And I just love to see the reaction of the Senegalese and how, the reaction of the Egyptians and how the Senegalese will manage this game through. And don't forget, they have the young Mbaya on the bench who can come in and overrun the Egyptians' defense and cause more havoc. They need to open up a little bit now as well, Egypt, which will present Senegal perhaps with an opportunity for a second and insurance goal in the closing stages. Yeah, they have nothing to lose now. You're already down. You have 10 minutes of normal time to play and add it. Why not? Let's go for it. Well, it's been a conservative approach from Egypt. They're going to make a change now with Ahmed Zizou coming on. He's a striker formerly with Zamalek, now playing with Al Ahly. They're going with the 3-5-2 formation now. They're taking out the...
Yeah, I'm home now. Imran, what's good? That's good.
Putting more attack up front.
I'm home now.
Experienced coaching from Hassan.
Made it safe. Senegal is winning, is beating Egypt with 1-0. I managed to actually see the goal, but I've only seen 2 minutes of the action so far, so it's only going to be 10 minutes. Should Egyptians fail to come back on the game, so there's nothing I can say as far as this game is concerned. Probably I'll wait for the Nigerians. But welcome, bro. Some French fries and chicken.
Down, Zizou looking for the penalty. Referee says play on. Here's the Jai with Kamara, the youngster, ball on at half time. Kamara drags it back. This might be a chance for Papagay. Left-footed effort is well over the top. That's a chance that you should take the ball over. Was tried there, and there are two Senegalese players asking for the ball. Sadio Mane was right there. Jackson was right there. But just laid the ball across to them. They will have a better shot on target. You can see the reaction from the goal scorer Sadio Mane.
I'm watching the game, Egypt versus Senegal.
That was the challenge from Zizou on the other side. There was a complaint from the Egyptians. That's what he was brought in for. Now, are they checking it? It was even. I don't think it was even in the box.
It's Egypt versus Senegal semi-final. AFCON 2025 in Morocco. So it's the first semi-final of the AFCON. Senegal is winning with 1-0. Courtesy of Sadio Mane against Mo Salah. Sadio Mane scored the goal basically. So that's the game I'm watching.
The experience of Sadio Mane and Idris Gueye now on this field.
Rami, what's good? Rami, what's good? Rami? Welcome everybody to the Commentaries. I'm your host, Sipon Lovo, Sipon Sport. Your favorite anchor in there. We do sports analysis here. I was hoping I'd do this game, but I knocked up very, very late today. I am hoping that I'd watch in Nigeria later with in Morocco because I think that's the game of the tournament. As far as the AFCON 2025 is concerned, that's the game I'd watch and analyze basically. So, welcome everybody. Don't forget to smash that sub if you are new to this channel. Occasionally, I stream to connect with everybody who's sub to the channel and those who might actually sub and actually, and then we have a chat. So, about anything and everything. And there's a miscommunication between the Egyptians. I don't see them coming back in this one.
You can see the difference now in attack. You can see the Egyptians' mind now. They want to go for it. They want to go equalize. So 100%, that's why they're getting those corner kicks now. Change for Senegal. Double change as well as they bring on Sheriff Njai as the striker himself. He's going to be replacing Nicholas Jackson. And with a bit of height and a bit of power with Ismail Sarr, fabulous player. He's on for Iliman Ndiaye. He has already scored 2 goals in this tournament off the bench. And this will be a very good time for him to increase his tally. We're going forward to the finals.
So I was thinking while I was coming this way, uh, I think a couple of minutes ago, probably an hour, say an hour ago, within my first life, basically, somebody asked me if it was safe in South Africa. I think it was a person from America who asked me if it was safe in South Africa. And then I explained, as far as that video was concerned, because I was streaming at night, I think there should be enough proof that there's safety in South Africa, but not everywhere. There are some spaces where it is not safe at all. So it is very, very encourage everybody who comes to South Africa to actually make their research on where to go and actually connect with people from within the country to actually guide them, not to find themselves in some areas where they might get robbed. Lily, welcome, Lily. Welcome, Lily. What's good? What's good? How was your first day? Oh, you're not in South Africa. Why did I want to ask you about your first day in school? South Africa schools were reopened today. So while I was talking about the safety in South Africa, as per that gentleman's question, I then thought about the gun law. No, it was my first stream. Somebody from USA asked me if it was safe in South Africa. So I was walking in town at the time. I think it was 45 minutes ago. So he asked me if it was safe in South Africa. So I was explaining that the fact that I was holding my phone up high, actually streaming, it's enough proof that it is safe. But like any other country, there are some unsafe spaces. So where I wouldn't go, and I wouldn't encourage anybody to go. There are people who live there because they are familiar with the space. They know how to move in those spaces. So, but I then thought about the gun laws, basically. I thought that, I think in some spaces, we have people who are actually crazy, who are mad, who actually possesses weapons, guns. And I was like, why don't we have a law that is passed that actually stipulates that anybody who wants to own a firearm should go through psychometric test and actually be vetted, pass, and then each and every year you go to the same test to actually ensure that you are still a sane person or a sane individual to actually own a gun. That's what I thought, not only in South Africa, but into the entire world. Because you find out that people who are not okay upstairs owning guns are capable to just shoot people, sometimes for no reason. And we can't have offense. We can't have offense just because somebody who is insane was in a possession of a weapon and then decided to shoot people. Now, if we are now in a society begin to have more and more offense or children that grow up without their father, not because their father didn't want to be there, but because somebody decided to shoot and kill them, I think that's messed up. So why don't in the world there is a law that is passed that actually regulates and vet people who want to own guns? Like each and every year, you actually need to actually take a test and be evaluated if you are still fit enough to own a gun. And not only that, and be trained properly to discipline these individuals as much as those gentlemen and ladies who are in contact sport. Because I think there's a level of discipline with the contact sport. Karate, it could be mixed martial arts, could be boxing. Those guys have weapons. Their bodies are weapons, but they are trained to be disciplined. And also people who want to own guns should actually go through the same training. So if you are found with a gun and you haven't undergone that type of a training and you haven't actually been vetted psychologically that you are fit to own a gun, I don't think such people actually should possess a gun. I think we can do better as a world in terms of gun laws. I don't know what you think, but that's actually what came up into my mind after that gentleman asked me if it was safe in South Africa. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wanted to share that with you and see what some of you all think.
Got to be careful about time wasting here. This is a look at that goal again. The shot coming in from Kamara initially, and then what a finish from Sadio Mane. Right-footed strike, no chance for El Shaarawy. The right person who wants some chance to drop off a player who is in form, an experienced player. He got it straight, and you can see the excitement from Kiam's the celebration, because he knows, like he did
Okay. Actually, it's hard to let me see how much before this game ends, because I hate to be here and don't actually engage with you all, because the purpose of streaming in this channel is actually to engage with everybody, and I hate the fact that I am here watching the game and not much attention is paid to you all. I hate that, but the game is 4 minutes to be finished, so I think I could hold on for 4 minutes. Not in 4 minutes, yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. The game will be finished, then I will be fully engaged to you all. At least I've had something to eat since I couldn't cook tonight because I knocked off very, very late. I hate to knock off at the time of the day, so I need to do something about that, because actually it messes up my schedule. I'm supposed to be live every day from 8 to 9 because it's the time that I've set up for that specific thing. But if I knock off very late and come here at least 8:30, then it messes up my schedule, because after I've been streaming, I need to study. I need to study because I have this course that I'm doing, sports management. So I need to pass and pass good. So I don't want to I don't want to graduate just for the sake of graduating. I want to pass and pass cum laude type things. So knocking off actually messes up everything, because now everything needs to be allocated each time. Knocking off late actually messes up the schedule, because I can't keep up with some of the things. I need to actually sacrifice some things for other things just because of time. So I'm hoping in the near future that actually won't be the problem, because I'm working on actually buying my time back, because I can't have all these actually things that are happening that messes up my daily schedule. I think it is very, very important that whatever I've set out to do at a specific time, I need to do exactly that. I don't want to find myself having to actually sacrifice the other thing just because the other thing overlapped to the time that wasn't allocated for it. So it really, really messes up my progress, my plans, my trajectory, and everything that actually I got going. I have a lot in my plate, I know, but I could actually manage things right should everything will be on its time and don't overlap to something else's time. So that's actually the main issue that I am currently having. Things overlapping into the time that wasn't allocated for. And then I find myself have to actually rejuggle just to accommodate certain things on a time that they weren't allocated for. So the struggle now is to actually buy my time back. I need all my time. I need my 24 hour day to actually properly plan the things that I need to do, that I want to do, that I sought to do. But the job is always on my way of doing those things because I have to pay bills at the end of the day. So as long as nothing else works apart from my job, I can't quit. But actually, the goal is to buy back my time. I think actually the referee is messing up this game. I think the referee is messing up this game somehow.
They'll be going to Rabat to the final to play Morocco or Nigeria. If they can hold out in these closing stages, it's all over.
Okay, Senegal wins with 1-0. Seromane scores. So Senegal is on to the finals. Curious to Seromane. It was Seromane versus Mo Salah. So Egypt has been knocked out of the competition. So Mo Salah is going back to Europe. He walks alone because they still have a game to play for a bronze, depending who's going to win between Nigeria and Morocco. But I think after that game, he will soon actually rejoin his team, Liverpool FC, because they've been. I think Mane is very, very happy with this one. I see his celebrations. I think it means a lot to him. I think it means a lot to Sadio Mane. Big up to him, congratulations to him. I think he's slowly proving that actually Saudi Pro League is not as bad as some of us may think, or maybe most of us may think, because I don't think so. After I've seen what Al Hilal did in Club World Cup last year in America, I knew that there is actually some competition with that league. So seeing Sadio Mane does what he does for Senegal here in AFCON, it also proved that fact that actually we don't really have small leagues in the world now. Everybody can compete from any part of the world. So the game has grown so much. And it's a shame that I'm only entering the game now. It's a shame. But I think soon I will be a fully fledged member, a trusted voice, I mean, in sport, particularly football, because I love the game so much. But congratulations to Romania, congratulations to the Senegalese. I think they really, really deserve this one. Their captain actually did the best he could as a captain to actually lead them to the finals. Now they stand a chance to actually win it, but they might face Nigerians or the Moroccans. Whoever they face on the final is going to be very, very hard, because those two, I think what we are about to watch from 10 is going to be the game of the tournament, which is Morocco versus Nigeria. So I can't wait for that one. I will definitely watch that game and also do analysis on it and post it on this channel. Shout out to all the Nigerians. They've been showing me a lot of love. Nigerians been showing me a lot of love. Shout out to them. Love them so much. They love me like the South Africans. Then and everybody else from Asia, they've been so good. They've been so good. And lately we have Americans here. What's going on here now? I don't know what's happened here. So I was watching the celebrations and all of a sudden, gone. I don't know what's happened. But actually, I can't wait actually for the game of Nigeria versus Morocco. As I was saying, my favorite players are going to be playing on that game, on that match. I will be from Nigeria. Ademola Lookman is another player that I love very much from Nigeria. And also Victor Osimhen. I think he's my favorite striker in Africa so far. But on the other hand, you have Ibrahim Diaz, a left footer, very gifted, very, very gifted. I think he's one of the best in Africa. When we speak about the right wingers, he's been doing amazing things for the Nigerians, cutting in and play as a number 10 sometimes. I think it's been very, very fantastic for that Moroccan team. But also a player like Onai, I'm hoping he's going to be playing today. I'm hoping. He's one of my favorite players from that Moroccan side. And also a number of other players that are with the Moroccan national team. So I really, really can't wait for that one. I love those two teams very much. After South Africa, those two are actually my favorite African teams. So I really, really can't wait to actually watch that game tonight, later tonight, because it's starting in an hour. So that means I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping until tomorrow after 1 o'clock. So I still have a lot of work to do. Actually watching that game, analyzing it. Probably I can check the lineups and actually see what I might think would happen on that game. I hope the lineups are already up. Let me check if there's anything as far as the lineup is concerned on that game. But it's one of the games that I've been looking forward to. It's one of those games because the other two games revolve around the same teams too. But unfortunately, South Africa has knocked out. I was so disappointed that night. So disappointed. But it's part of the game. You win some, you lose some. And that's how you actually grow. Because if you lose, you get a better chance to actually look at your shortcomings and actually challenge yourself into be a better person the next time you play. Really, really enjoyed. That's what I love actually by losing, because you actually get a chance to reflect on your own mistakes and actually try and fix them. And there's nothing as good and like seeing yourself actually overcoming your shortcomings and being a better person, a better team, a better family, a better community, a better world. So if we as the world, we can actually look at life in that perspective, that failures are just shortcomings that you actually need to go out there and challenge yourself to actually overcome them and come out a better person. If maybe all of us can look at life in that sense, I think we'd progress a lot, and there's a lot of change that we might actually see and a progress, not individually, but as a group also. So I'm hoping that one day everybody probably will look at the aspect of life in that sense. But it may not be, because we are different individuals. We're just sharing time and space in the world at the same time. Pablo, what's good? I woke up early this morning only to find myself uninvited inside my ex-wife's closet. Bro, you said it's your ex-wife's closet. So the ex should mean something, Pablo. Unless there was something going on while you actually were separated. But the fact that she's your ex, I think you should have been uninvited a long time ago. A long time ago. But I don't know the dynamics. I don't know, you can't leave her alone. Oh, I don't think she's your ex then. If you've been actually if you've been actually had some access to her closet and you say you can't leave her alone, I don't think she's your ex. There's probably something going on. It's just that maybe you guys need some time to actually rethink, refocus, find new energy to actually challenge life. But I believe that leave her alone, bro. I don't think she's your ex. So maybe you guys need to actually try and sort out your differences and work things out. I think it could still work. Give it a try, bro, because I can tell you still love her. So give it a try and see what happens. Pablo Rico. If I may guess where you're from, Pablo, I'd guess America or Mexico. I don't know why. I could guess USA or Mexico. Okay, the lineup has been announced. Nigeria versus Morocco. Let's start about Nigerians. We see Stanley Nwabali, their number one goalkeeper. Osai, Ajay, Basi, Onyema, Iwobi, Onyeka, Lukman, Osimhen, and Adams. I think it's the lineup that you would actually expect from the Nigerians. But I love the fact that I see a guy like Onyema. I think he does very, very well as a fullback, running down the line, combining with there's someone who's not there that who should be there. There's someone who's so good combining with Onyema moving forward. Iwobi, basically. Iwobi and Lukman overloading that side, that flank with Adams running into the box and Victor Osimhen. I think it's a very, very good combination on the left-hand side of Nigeria. But Iwobi can spray those passes, short and long passes. He can combine very well on the build-up phase with Basi and Ajay. And then he can actually progress the play, being helped by a player like either Onyeka or Onyedika to find actually the player like Lukman who plays the number 10. And I think at the moment Lukman is very, very fantastic. He's a player that can actually think for the Nigerian team up front. And I think he does a very, very good job in finding a player like Adams or Osimhen. So the runs of Victor Osimhen off the ball, I think they are amazing. They are what actually opens up the space for a player like Adams to actually be on a position where Ademola Lookman can find him with those passes and create a goal-scoring opportunity. So I really, really love the setup of the Nigerians, and I'm hoping that's exactly what I'm going to see. On this other side, Osai, I think is a good recovery, and as a fullback on the right-hand side, I think he's fantastic for the Nigerians, defensively and also offensively. I think he's energetic enough to actually run down the line and come back and track back to actually defend. But he's going to be very, very tested today because he is facing a player like Ezal Zoli. Ezal Zoli from the Morocco. Ooh. I feel bad for those who actually want to watch this game. Ezal Zoli, his combination with Mazrau and Saibari on the left-hand side of Morocco, it's going to be very, very interesting facing Onyeka no Osai. I don't see Osai running down the lines because if he does that, Ezal Zuli will expose him. He will expose them so much that they will punish Nigerians with a lot of goals. I am hoping a player like Osai and also Onyema, though he is good running down the line, combining with Iwobi, Onyedega, and fighting Adams or Ademola Lookman, looking for Osimhen to make those runs and go to the far post for Onyema to whip in those crosses to the far post. And Ademola, Victor Osimhen is taller than everybody in the African football. As far as African football is concerned, he's one of the tallest players, so it's easy to find him on the far post, and he's good with the header. But Onyema going down the line, he leaves a space for a player like Ibrahim Diaz, and you do not want to do that. I think it's going to be very, very interesting and very challenging and taxing for the Nigerians because they use those fullbacks to actually run down the lines, and then they shut in the flanks with Victor Osimhen and Adams. They play like two strikers, and then Ademola Lookman behind them as a number 10. But they usually use their fullbacks to actually go down the flanks. So seeing the opposition that they have a player like Prime Diaz on the right-hand side, but on the left they also have a player like Ezal Zuli. I think the combination, Aina is there too. So the combination of a player like Hakim and Ibrahim Diaz, and also if Elkana will drift a little bit to the right to actually support the play that comes from Hakim, who usually runs down the lines. It makes it very, very easy for a player like Diaz to drop in and play a little bit as a number 10 just behind El Capi, who's very deadly in front of goal. So it's going to be very, very interesting to watch this game. And on the other side, you have a combination of Saibari, Ezal Zuli, no Mazrau on the left-hand side of Morocco. And on that very, very same side, because the Morocco usually plays a 1-4-1-4-1 formation. On the other hand, in Nigeria, it's 1-4-3-1-2. So in Nigeria, leave the space because they attack with the semi-diamond like this. But on the other hand, in Morocco sprays themselves all over the field, and they can combine very, very well. They know how to play in pocket, and they also know how to stretch the field to actually find spaces that they can exploit to the opponent. So it's going to be very, very interesting. A battle between El Aina and also Atemola Lukman, making sure that he protects his defense, in terms of making sure that whenever I will a player I will try to find Lukman, he anticipate those balls and protect his defense, and also initiative play, breaking the lines of Onyega and Iobi to try and find a player like Ilkana or Usai Bari moving forward. It's going to be very, very interesting. Diaz dropping in, because it's very, very good and comfortable, Brahim Diaz on the ball. So seeing him dropping in and challenging a player like Onyedika, forcing them with Upai and Ajay to actually commit and create space for El Capi. It's going to be very, very interesting in my opinion. So I can't wait for this one. And I think I really, really enjoy it. The player that is not there in the Nigerian lineup is their captain. I don't know what happened to their captain because I don't see him in this lineup. The name of the captain, what is the name of the captain of the Nigerians? He wears the jersey number 4. He's not there. Where is he? He's not even in the bench. Yo. He probably injured. Indeed. Oh, he got yellow cards. He's suspended because of yellow cards. So I think actually this is going to be very, very interesting because now they introduce a new player for Ndidi. And Ndidi has been fantastic in that number 6 because they played with an inverted triangle. He was a solo number 6 with Iwobi and this other gentleman playing as the number 8, both of them attacking midfielders, who actually were the ones who find Uluman. So they were playing with a diamond, with Unditi here, and then Iwobi on the other side, and Onyego on the other side, Lukman up front. So without Unditi, it's going to be very, very interesting because I want to see that new player, if he can actually play that number 6 role very, very well, or a defensive role very, very well, protecting the back four, especially a player like Upasi and Ajay, from the threat of a player like Ibrahim Diaz, El Kabiu, Saibari, and Ezal Zulu. It's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Riza, what's good? Hamud, what's good? Everybody, welcome to Devil's Commentaries. I'm your host, Stephen of Simon Sport, your favorite unk on the net. So I'm looking at the lineup of Nigeria versus Morocco. And I'm actually speculating on what we might see on that game, the anticipation, and I think it's probably what's going to happen, and probably what the score might be. Looking at this lineup, I think it's going to be very, very hard for the Nigerians to actually quickly adjust to the game. Looking at the fact that their captain, a defensive midfielder, is not there, who usually there to actually protect the defense. All good, thanks, Mr. Sipo. Thank you, Riza. Looking at the fact that it is not there, I'm not sure if they are going to play with the double pivot today, making up the fact that the captain is not there, because they truly need a leadership on that defensive midfield role. Someone with a strong leadership to actually deal with the player like Aina and also Prime Diaz and Saibari, because they are very, very dangerous. But we are about to see what's going to transpire. I can't wait for this one. What do you think about the Arsenal and Chelsea? Who gonna win? I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. I'm going to be biased, obviously. But that game, it's gonna be very interesting, bro. Why do you ask me this question? Hey, bro. Okay, let me check. English Premier League. Senegal won next match, Morocco and Nigeria. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. They're both my favorite. Whoever wins, actually, I think he's going to win the championship. So we yet to see who's going to win. But by the look of the lineup, I think Morocco has an edge over in Nigeria. But the Nigerians are very, very talented themselves. They can surprise you. So they've been very, very impressive. I think on their games they scored a lot of goals. So you can't really, really count them out and say they're going to lose, because anything can happen. So I'm trying to check the game you are speaking about. When is it played first? What is that? Was it a cup game or not a cup game? Nigeria can win. Oh, Riza, are you Nigerian? I'm worried about Arsenal, bro. Yeah, they have this tendency, bro, of playing good, but then drop points unnecessary. The opportunity of taking the league. So, but we will see this year. Maybe they will be different. We will see what happens as the league progresses. But I'm hoping that this year they are actually going to do good. Iranian, Persian, former Persian. You know, we used to call Persians Peris in isiZulu. Peris. Those are Persians. When we read about them in isiZulu translations, they are usually called Amaperis. So I think because it's only been 21 games played so far, so we just a little above halfway through. So Arsenal is sitting on 49 points after 41 games. And Manchester City is on 43 after 21 games, so that's a 6-point difference. So it looks like a huge gap, but you drop points in 2 games, then it's a huge turnover of the entire league. So we have to see, because also I don't think Aston Villa will be challenging for the league. They're there, 6 points behind the log leaders, but I don't think they will challenge actually for the title. Probably Liverpool will come back after maybe from the 25th game towards the end of the season, but we'll see. Chelsea is in number 8 with 31 points. That's like a difference of 18 points. That's a lot. But that means nothing, because if those two teams play, it's a different story altogether. But we will actually wait and see what's going to happen. Slab, what's good? Slab, what's good? Last week we did talk last week. Yeah, I remember about Arabic. I think you contributed a lot while I was actually doing a study on the Arab and the Arabic language, their origins and everything. I think your contribution was very, very amazing on that stream, and I really, really salute you for that. We're gonna win the Premier League and Carabao Cup. I hope so too, bro. I hope so too. Welcome, Slap. Riza. You know Slap, Riza? You know Slap is from your country. Is he your countryman? I need to go to Iran someday. In the future, though. You guys are so cool from Iran. You're so cool that I want to actually see your country. I think there are good people there. A lot of good people. Just by a few of you who comes here, I think there's about 8 of y'all. And what I've seen from the 8 of y'all actually you are representing your country very, very well. You make me want to come to Iran one day. I don't know him, I just welcome him on your behalf. Thank you for that. Thank you. Actually, we are family here. If you can, Slap, where you from, bro? Where you from, Slap? Slap one. Slurp. Where are you joining us from, bro? What's your country? Okay, back to the lineup of the Nigerians versus Morocco. Thank you, my friend, and you're also a good person. Thank you, Riza. Thank you for that, for the compliments. We really appreciate it. It actually means a lot. Okay, but I think I've covered everything as far as the Morocco versus a Nigeria game. Can't wait. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this game the entire tournament. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Been waiting for this game the longest. The longest. So I can't believe it's actually happening in next 35 minutes. So I can express my anticipation. So I've already looked at the lineup and actually have an idea what might happen, because I could tell what kind of a game I'm going to see here, as I've explained in the past 10 minutes. Lily, what's good? What's good? Welcome back, Lily. Welcome back. Lily Iris, what language are we doing today? No, today we're not doing languages, Lily. We are not doing languages. We will do a language from North America tomorrow, because yesterday and today I knocked off very, very late, so it messed up my schedule. But tomorrow we'll proceed with the North Americans. There were quite a number of suggestions from the Americans as far as the native languages are concerned in America. But I'll look out of the, I think they gave me about 4. I'll look out of the four which one is spoken the most and actually deal with that one, because I can't do Spanish. Spanish is European. I can't do English. English is also European. So it was quite challenging for me to find something from North America, especially in USA, because if I go to Mexico, then I can find something Mexican. So basically Mexican, and then probably in Canada there's something that Canadian speaks. I don't know what they speak. They usually speak Spanish also. So I think that's been the challenging part. But there are some other countries in America, but we'll see, probably on round 2 or round 3 as far as those other countries are concerned. But as far as the USA itself, which is the biggest country, which could be the biggest country in North America, I think largely they speak English and also Spanish. So it was really, really hard for me to actually do English, because it's European language, and also Spanish, because it's also European languages. So those languages I should do in Europe, not in America. Then we go to South. I will also do Portuguese from the South America, because it's a European language. So I will need to find a language that is well spoken or the masses speaks in South America. There's a guy who usually comes here on the stream from Brazil. He's not here today. I think he can actually suggest something from South America as far as the South Americans are concerned. Not only Brazil, but the entire South America. I think he has some knowledge as far as that is concerned. Then from there we move to Asia. I think we haven't done Africa, because Arab is a cheat language that encompasses Africa, Europe, and Asia. It's 3 continents. So we haven't really done Africa, because I don't think Africans can claim the Arabic language to be African, since Arabs are in Africa, Europe, and Asia. And the language itself was not originated in Africa, but in Europe. Then the Arabic conquest happened, and then it's overlapped to Africa and also to Asia. I think that's what I found out while I was actually looking at the origins of the Arab language. So that means basically I've done 2 languages from Europe. It's Arab or Arabic and Italian. So Riza says I must teach you all isiZulu. I'll definitely do that. One of the African languages that I'll do is isiZulu, Swahili, and then something from Nigeria. It's going to be Swahili definitely, and isiZulu. Those 2 are definitely going to be there. And then 1 from Nigeria. And then I need to find probably another 2. Because 40 divided by 6, that's about 7 languages. That's a lot of languages. So already we have Swahili, we have isiZulu, we have a language, maybe Igbo from Nigeria, then something from Zimbabwe, and then I'd need something from, we have Nigeria in North America, from East Africa. I'd also need something from East Africa. That could be Ethiopia or Sudan, somewhere there. But we'll try and cover the most part of Africa: East, West, North, Middle, and South. So we'll divide that by 7 languages. We'll see how many we'll allocate on the South. Probably, as I've said, South Africa, isiZulu, and also something from Zimbabwe. So that's 2 from the South, 5 left, 1 for the East, 1 for the North, 3 left, 1 from West, which is Nigeria, 2, 1 in the middle, and then last one, I'm not sure, but it should be, Swahili also. Swahili is almost universal African language, so that's 7. Also 7 in Europe, we've done Italy and Arab, but Arab is a cheat code, bro. It's a cheat code. Should we count Arab as a European language, Asian language, or African language? What? I think Nigeria speaks English. Yeah, there are also some other languages like Igbo. I know there's Igbo people. I don't know what else that is there, but there's a lot of things that's happening in Nigeria. Also, we have Nigerians here who can suggest some things, but I know that there's an Igbo, one of the languages that is found there. But then when we go to, it's just that in America I'm struggling. Maybe I won't allocate 7 languages in America because they only suggested 4 already in, there's Mexico 5. We'll see on the other smaller countries and on the islands alongside the coast of America. We will see. It's going to be very, very fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. But in Asia, definitely we are going to Iran, we are going to Bangladesh, we are going to India, we are going to Turkey. Those 4, it's guaranteed. We are going to those countries. Definitely. Turkey is not in Asia, it's in Europe. I speak Arabic and Iranian called Farsi. Farsi. That means you are covered, bro. And actually, you contributed a lot while we were speaking about the Iran. But Farsi, you said Farsi is closely related to Arabic. I think you said so. And also Hindi is closely related to Arab. And I've learned that Arab is actually a mixture of many languages through the conquest of the Arabic influence, if I can put it that way. But yeah, I'm learning a lot of things in these languages because there are a lot of things that I wasn't aware of that I'm actually getting. I continue to actually make a little bit of research whenever I get time as far as these languages are concerned. But it's going to be very, very interesting. And I wish when it's all said and done, every country that I've covered their language or their tongue or their culture to visit and actually speak to the people. You can Google Farsi. Yeah, I think probably it will be one of the languages because I think Iran is also in Middle East. Are you Asians or Europeans in Iran? I think you are Asians. Now that makes a total of how many? It's Iran, it's Bangladesh, it's India. Who am I forgetting? Turkey is definitely, Turkey is Europe, obviously. Yeah, I would definitely come to your country, bro. And yeah, when it's all said and done, and I've managed to buy back my time, Persians, yeah, Makubi also is on the same thought. And isiZulu, we call the Persians Amaperis. In isiZulu, Amaperis. I think, yeah, Amaperis in isiZulu. So Persians, former Persians, now Iranians. When it's all said and done, I want to really, really actually see these countries. Which match are you watching? I'm about to watch Nigeria versus Morocco. I've did some pre-match analysis on what I think would happen in this game. Okay, so what's good? That's good. That's good. Grootman, what's good? You are South African, definitely. There's nobody from outside South Africa who can say Grootman, bro. Grootman is South African, and you must be somewhere in Gauteng. Grootman is a term for respect that is usually popular in Gauteng province. I'm a Pretorians. Bayern Munich is playing. What is the score? Yeah, I remember Bayern was playing. But okay, thank you very much. Riza, Goodman, Riza easily adapt to everything. Riza, you make me actually doubt if you are from Iran, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. You make me doubt you are from Iran, bro. Because you adapt quickly in everything. Shaka Shak's teeth. Why do you have to rub it on my face, bro? Why do you have to rub it on my face like that? I'm about to watch a game that I've been anticipating the longest. Morocco versus Nigeria. But thank you, bro. I remember you told me very, very well, and we lost badly. But to be honest, Cameroonians were lucky on the day. They had a better luck than us. We were better than them, in my opinion. But they had luck on their side, so they beat us. And from that game, I knew that there was no way they were going to beat the Moroccans, because I saw them against South Africa, and I was like, oh, they won, but... And then they did lose. I want Nigeria to lose this one. Makubi wants Nigeria to lose. You, Chelsea and Arsenal as well. Tonight, Chelsea and Arsenal? Why didn't I know about that game? Unfortunately, I'm watching Nigeria versus Morocco, bro. I speak Afrikaans and a little. That's why I doubt you are from Iran. Unless you've been in South Africa somehow, or you are an Iranian who lives in South Africa. There's no way, bro, you are in tune like that and you are not from South Africa. You are in tune like that with what happens in South Africa and you're not a South African? No, there's no way, bro. You were refusing, but South Africa was better. Yeah, South Africa was better. That's why I thought they was going to win. But it wasn't to be. I think the Cameroonians were lucky, bro. I think we're lucky. Let me check if that Arsenal game has begun. Why this game is not showing here? Tonight, okay, tonight I'll check. It's unfortunate I can't watch it because there's this game of Nigeria and Morocco. There's no way I'm missing that game, bro. There's no way. Reason, not London forever. Whatever the weather, whatever the weather, don't matter the weather, bro. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. We winning this one. I'm in Cape Town. Oh, you see? You see, I know South Africans, bro. I know people who live in South Africa, how they speak. And there was no way you were so in tune with what happens in South Africa and you were not in the country. Now you in Cape Town, I knew, bro. I knew. How long have you been in South Africa? Boza Skawara. Shaka Shakti. You too. Shakti, you said you went a South African, bro. But right now, African slang. Damn, you guys in it, bro. Very big game in AFCON. Yeah, bro, there's no way I'm watching any other game. I'm watching that one. Very long, since 96. Yo, you are a citizen now. If you've been here since 96, you are a South African citizen, bro. You are no longer an Iranian. You are a South African, bro. Welcome to South Africa. You are one of us. Ik hoop South Africa when volgende AFCON. You see? Ik hope South Africa when volgende AFCON. South Africa was knocked out of AFCON by the Cameroonian, I think 2 weeks ago on the last 16 with 2-1. I think they were a better team, but unfortunately, Cameroon were lucky. They got only 2 chances in the entire 90 minutes. They buried those chances. That was it. We get a number of chances. We only scored one out of them. So the other was an offside. We scored 2, but the other was an offside. So we lost by 2 goals to actually 1. No, pen game is not on at the moment. It will play a little bit later. Why this thing is showing me 16:30? 16:30? It's crazy. Is my Afrikaans good? Not bad, bro. Not bad. Though I had no idea what were you saying. So, but because there's egg whoop, South Africa, then I understood. So when it comes to Vergaande, I have no idea what Vergaande means. So, but I was knew that it was about South Africa losing the game in AFCON somehow. Because I live in South Africa, there's so many African-speaking people. So you get a tone, or actually you get used to the language, though you don't speak it, and it makes it easy to actually understand what people are saying. Jy praat mooi Afrikaans. Ek nie praat Afrikaans. Ek nie praat Afrikaans. Thanks. Okay, Riza, Sissy fan page. Why I'm saying Riza? Sissy fan page. Vergaande being the following. Okay, Makubi has an idea what was being said there. So I also learned Xhosa. Can you say the click words? Xhosa. Can you say those words? Those click sounds. Beggly back, beggy bake, Riza. No, you truly are a South African, bro. We don't accept you as an Iranian. You are one of us, South African. 96 in South Africa? No way you are in Iranian, bro. No way. That's 30 years, bro. 30 years. Molo andilunganga kangako. You can't say awulunganga because if you wrote Molo andilunganga kangako, that's Xhosa through and through. There's no way a Xhosa person cannot understand what you just wrote there. I am a Zulu, but I understand what is written there. So you are a Xhosa as well, bro. You might not have Xhosa roots. Maybe you are, bro. Maybe you are in Eastern Capean from Eqonce noma eNgcobo. Do you like aliens? I would love to meet aliens, bro. If they speak the language, I would love to meet them. Sipo, I see you again. Remember me? Riza, bro, you with us here. How can I forget about you? You with us here. And you are a South African, not an Iranian, bro. We don't accept you as an Iranian. Cardiff versus Bradford this weekend. Cardiff City versus Bradford this weekend. You're a Cardiff fan. Thanks. Good night. Good night to you too, Riza. Curtis. Aliens don't want to meet you, buddy. Why they don't want to? I think I will have a great time seeing the aliens. Great time, because in my opinion, they are fascinating. There's a lot of things that I would want to know as far as space is concerned. So I'm fascinated about those things. It hurts because you scared them. Some of us have met them. It hurts, Catrice, because only Americans have met aliens. I haven't heard somebody from outside America who have met aliens. So maybe to meet aliens, I'd need to go to America and actually be on the spaces where they are usually being seen or spotted. But it will be, don't laugh me, bro. It's a fact. Or as far as I'm concerned, I think I've never heard somebody from outside America who have met aliens, only Americans. So we are 15 minutes to, yeah, look like most aliens got their green cards. I think I think that's the case, bro. I think that's the case. Maybe we should actually speak about Trump, about that, because he's the state's leader. He might know something. He might know something. And ever since Elon Musk moved to the states, maybe he wanted some of that too. So everybody wanted part of the action, bro. I wanted too. Even let's speak about for a minute the Mesopotamic mythology. Mesopotamic mythology is that's about the Anunnakis. Anunnakis, the people of the sky. Bro, I would really, really love to meet Enki. If the Mesopotamic mythology was true, bro, I would really, really want to meet Enki. I think I'm fascinated by that character, Enki, on the Anunnaki. I think him and I think the same. So I would really, really love to meet that guy. So, but you never know. You never know. The Mesopotamic mythology put it as if these are beings who came from the sky, who somehow exist somewhere and have control over Earth. But if they are Enki, if you hear me, Enki, wherever you are, bro, I really, really want to meet you. Ancient Zulu, Enki and his fellow aliens, read the story of Noah. Yeah, I've read it, and if you look from the Bible's perspective, and then look it at the Mesopotamic mythology perspective, there are some nuances a little bit here and there that might slightly differ in terms of naming. Like Adam is named Adapa on the Mesopotamic mythology or tablet. Imagine, bro, you find that tablet of destiny that they had that actually contained all the information on what they were planning to do here on Earth, and also what was happening on the planet. Imagine you find that tablet of destiny. What would you do if you can find that thing, bro? You can own the fucking world. But yeah, some of the things that we get to read and find them very, very fascinating. But to be honest, I'm a fan of Enki, bro. He feels like he's from South Africa somehow. I don't know why I think like that. Maybe you, as you are mentioning ancient Zulu, Makub, maybe you feel the same thing too. Enki and his fellow aliens, read the story of Noah. I've read it, bro, many times. But while you are in the story, let's leave it like that, bro. Let's leave it at Adapa and the other bites, and then goes down to the story of Noah. But I think Noah is the one who writes, and Dupsa who narrates the story. I don't know. Those are the vibes actually I've gotten from reading that. I think Enki, no, not Enki, Endupsa. Endupsa is the one writing, right? The prophet. Very similar stories. Even Sanusi, Credo Motwa had a similar story where people were upgraded in order to use them for gold mining. I've had a book that I've bought, written by the great Credo Mutwa. I think it says Indaba My Children. And it's amazing how we actually paint pictures with these fictional characters, and that he gives names and came into being, progressing. I think it's very, very. I think that guy was an alien himself. Probably, who was asking about aliens here? Curtis, I think we've heard an alien here in South Africa. He goes by the name of Credo Muto. And I think you should actually Google him. He's darker than myself, older. I think he was a sort of a prophet, if I may put it that way, because I can't find a better name that suits him. But he is known as the Sanusi here in South Africa. And probably read some of his works, because I think you love aliens so much. So if you can get his book, Indaba My Children, I think you'll really, really love that book, bro. Everybody who loves anime should actually love that book. What's your score prediction between Bradford City and Cardiff City? That's 2 goals a piece, bro. 2-goal draw. 2-goal draw. Very similar stories can even send. Okay, I've read that. Bro, what's your score prediction on Cardiff City, Bradford? Yeah, I've just told you, bro. It's 2 goals each, 2 goals a piece. That's what I think about that game. And also, tonight's game, Arsenal versus Chelsea. I love Arsenal, bro. I love Arsenal. But it could be a 1-1 draw. I hope Cardiff wins. You're a Cardiff fan. I remember that. President Bill Clinton used to consult with the great Sanusi. Yeah, Babu Credo Moto was I think he was one in a million. He made so many predictions that came to pass about so many things that have been happening in the world in his lifetime. So his predictions were spot on. So that's why actually people would actually go consult to him. Sometimes not only to consult to him, but to actually hear from his wisdom, because he was a wise person. I don't think he was much educated, but he could converse in English, and I think people really, really enjoy to be his company and listen to his stories, because he has a different insight, originality, something that lacks in most people today. So I think he was a different being altogether. And I don't think we will see a similar person probably next 100 years. Probably next 100 years we will not see a person like that. Probably in South Africa, obviously. But I'm not sure about the entire universe. But in South Africa, probably next 100 years we will not see a person like him. I have to go. I'll be back at 15 minutes. Okay, this is fan page, bro. We'll see you in a minute. But I think because Nigeria will be playing at 10 with Morocco, I will actually close the live because I need to work, watch that game intensively, and then analyze it before I go to sleep. So if I am live, I can't actually not speak to you all. So and I don't want to actually don't give you all attention and focus on the game. I think that's rude. So I need to give you all full attention. But also if I work, then I got to work. So I will try by all means actually make the point that if I'm streaming, then I give you all full attention. And then when I watch football, give it full attention so that I can make analysis, because the channel is about football analysis at the end of the day. But yeah. Why Mark Hubi is bringing up Ubabu Credo Motor? Oh, because I mentioned the Mesopotamic mythology, because of Keris. Damn, Keris. He brought up aliens, bro. And he said aliens don't want to meet me. I understand. I gotta go to America to meet aliens. Okay, sharp CC friend page, CCF friend page, CCFC friend page, Cardiff CTFC friend. Okay, I need to check your page out, bro. Why did I see that all this time that it's Cardiff CDFC, Cardiff City Football Club fan page? I love Nigeria, but today I want them to lose. Yeah, bro, I saw the lineup. Their captain is not on the lineup, Unditi, because of the yellow cards. They introduced a new number 6 today. So I don't see that guy holding that rest defense role well. And obviously against Irokunjan, In Morocco, I don't see him do very, very well because he will need to shield the defense away from the players like Ezal Zuli, Abo Brahim Diaz, Abo Mazrau, and also El Khanalapa in front. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch. Probably they will play with double pivot to actually make up for the space that is left by Ndidi. Can you believe that Bayern Munich is losing by 1-0? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So it's going to be very, very interesting to actually see that the Penta will not be too much if they win. Bro, imagine if they win. If they win tonight, they're winning the championship. Because in my opinion, I think whoever wins this game actually wins the championship. If Morocco scores first, they are sleeping. They are not coming back. I think the best thing that they can do actually is to make sure that they drag the game at least to a draw until penalties, or else they score first, because I don't see them coming back if Morocco can score first. Michelle Clark says Nigeria will win. I think it's going to be very, very hard for Nigeria, bro. I don't want to lie. Michelle, I don't want to lie, bro. I don't know. Looking at this lineup of Nigeria and their formation versus what the Moroccans setup is, I don't see how are they going to actually win, because usually Nigeria attack using the fullbacks. So if they are actually trying to do that today, they are opening a space for Brahim Diaz and Ezal Zuli, and they are very, very deadly on the ball. So it's going to be very, very hard for Nigeria to play, because my fullback so I key in terms of the attack. You know, I'm crosses that are whipped in by their left fullback to find Victor Osimhen on the far post. So I don't see that happening today, because they are deadly players from the Moroccan side in the name of Brahim Diaz and also Ezal Zuli on the other side. So it's going to be very, very hard. But I hope coach has a strategy, because remember, Nigeria struggles with a team that actually can play football. If the team is not scared of the Nigerians and can play, it's a different story. But if they dominate the team, they are definitely going to win. But I don't see them dominating in Morocco. That's my point in this game. I love Nigerians. I enjoy actually watching them play, but I don't see them on this one, Michelle. If they win tonight, very Nigeria goes all the way. Yeah, whoever wins tonight, bro, goes all the way. I want to see Senegal versus Nigeria. That's possible, bro. This is football. That's possible. That's possible. This is football. Because I think they might lose. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I think they might lose simply because they usually use them full packs in attack, Onyema and Osai. But looking at the fact that there's Brahim Diaz and Ezal Zulu, who are very, very deadly, given the space, time on the ball, it's going to be very, very difficult. But if Iobi can get into the game tonight, then it's going to be a whole different story, because Iobi can spray those passes. It's either long passes or short passes. That player is fantastic. If they can get him to play, in Nigeria can get Iobi to play, then it's going to be a whole different ball game. But if they can annihilate him and make sure that he doesn't play, that will be a job of Will Khan. If he can track him and make sure that he doesn't play, then also it's a different ball game. But we will see, bro. We will see. The game is starting in 4 minutes. So right now, it's the national anthems. But we will see what happens. Let me check out what's happening there. Sports. There you go. FC Barcelona is, I don't think they're playing, probably it's an old game. Yeah, but in next 3 minutes, I will be calling it a night in terms of streaming, because the game is beginning. So, but I enjoy your company, guys. I really, really enjoy Yours company. You guys were amazing tonight. Very, very amazing tonight. So don't forget to smash heads up and check out our content later. We'll do an analysis of the Nigerian game versus a in Morocco. Nigeria versus in Morocco. So cool, my guy. Next time, Happy New Year. Thank you, Marco. Happy New Year to you too, bro. Happy New Year to you. I hope ingane qalega esikoleni mfowethu. All the best on 2026. Thanks everybody. This is Nebulous Commentaries. I'm your host, Sipon Sport. If you're on the night, the black Italian himself. I'm calling it tonight. A pronto piacere. Thank you, everybody.